And we're live on a thirsty, as I said that, I'm getting something to drink. A thirsty Thursday. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic medium, psychic witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God, the LILITH reincarnated. Today is Jupiter Day. I ran out of breath. I started thinking real hard. Don't think. Alright, forget it. Let's ground. What's going on? There's a lot of energy. Confirmation. There's a lot of energy going on. I felt it the first time I went out. I was like, I don't want to be out here. And then I came out and I started, burning my sage. And people just started... There's this one chick and her 2 kids, and she's, like, super cool, and she always is nice, and she was grateful. She turned around, and she was like, thank you. And then, it was funny, I didn't mention it yesterday. I was burning it in my car, and this lady came out of nowhere, bro, and she just started dancing in the smoke outside of my window. She's like, I need this in my life. I need this. It's like, go for it, girl, take it. And it was really cool because I saw her earlier in the day. Her daughter is the one that I had that conversation about, the they, right? I was explaining my daughter to her. It's like, sometimes she's a boy, sometimes she's a girl. So every time she sees me, she says something. So yesterday morning, they were getting off the elevator, and she's like, hey, it's her. I was like, hi. She's like, every time she sees you. I was like, I appreciate it. So anyway, she came out yesterday, and then this morning when she came out with her kids, she was loading them all up, and then she saw I was burning sage, and she came and just sat there. And then she had her cousin and everything, and we was chilling. And then this weird guy came up, said something about her enormous tits, bro. She has enormous tits. From a girl that has double D's, I'm telling you, dude, they're like fucking G's, bro. She's got that G force. Anyways, and they're enormous, and it's like, you can't not look. I was like, you end up looking like Ray Charles trying not to look, bro. Like, for reals? Yeah, like, I don't know where to stare, dude. It's like half your body right now. Like, I don't know what to do. Anyways, so this dude, he's behind me the whole time, and he's rolling a joint, and I'm burning the stuff, and he sticks his head around, and he's like, whoa, you got some big something. And he's right in my face, and I'm just like, that was so motherfucking inappropriate. I was like, let me introduce myself. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. So in essence, it's the same as being in the presence of a priest, and you're talking about our sisters here, and you're talking in front of her child and all us women. And all of a sudden, he deflects and talks about his 19-year-old daughter who makes fun of midgets. I'm serious. He says it just like that. I was like, who raised you? Anyways, it turned into this whole shit, and she was like, see, we were just trying to get cleansed. I was like, what do you think just happened? That shit came out from in his guts, dude. He could not fucking, his demons came out right in front of us. And that's it. God bless him. Make him aware. You can't act like that. Nobody told you. I said, did your mother teach you to talk to women like that? And then all of a sudden he started talking about his daughter, and she makes fun of midgets. That's not okay either. That's a reflection of what you taught her. You didn't tell her that's not okay to be making fun of God's kids like that. And he got all super quiet and shit. It happened real quick, like. I was like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to be outside. I saw Morgan yesterday when we were coming back from getting food, and she didn't have no attitude. She didn't say nothing to me. I filled her kid up with some tea. I was like, where's her cup? Let me give her some tea. She's like, she don't got her cup. Well, here, give her some tea. Filled her up with some sweet tea and sent her on her way. Anyways, just fucking people and God. So yeah, the energy's, fun. Me, on the other hand, I'm chilling. My daughter had me laughing. She's like, Mom, you sent me to a Christian camp. It's like, I know. She's like, they made me go to church 3 times a day. Can't wait to hear what she learned about Jesus. All she did was learn about the stories, bro, and that's not bad to have in her head. She's filled with information. She just didn't want that information. And in essence, I can't wait to hear from it. She'll be able to tell me about God. Tell me what you know. I think it's cool. God works in mysterious ways, doesn't he, though? So, what else? The videos. Yeah, we were going to talk about the videos. In the videos. Card readers are all like they can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop thinking. Yeah, that shit sucks, bro. That shit sucks. That's part of the twin flame journey shit. That shit sucks. How do you stop the thinking? You start acting. Twin flame number 1 almost drove me motherfucking crazy. And I allowed that craziness to go on for about 2-3 years. And the essence is you can't stop. Trying to stop it is the battle. You're just supposed to go with it. I told him after a couple weeks, I was like, all right. I just have to admit that I love you. Like, I am in love with you. It does not matter if you love me back. I just got to go with these feelings because they are driving me crazy. And that's what it is. You're trying everything to stop this. You're doing anything. You're getting mad at yourself. You can't get this person out of your fucking mind. No, it'll get worse and worse and worse, and it'll destroy your fucking life. And that's exactly what they're saying is happening in your videos. Welcome to the Twin Flame Journey. The women go on about it, and they start looking up to see if there's something mentally wrong with them, if they have some compulsive disorder, is something wrong with them. Like, I've never acted like this in my fucking life. This is so fucking wrong. I thought, I mean, imagine me. I'm dealing with a married man and shit, so that was real hard for me. I did everything, bro. Tried to have mind power. It broke my mind, dude, because it was not of the mind. My mind just said no, and I was like trying to, you know, go with that no, and it was not a no. So in essence, I feel for you because I've been there, and that was painful. And that's where I learned, and then I made it even worse. Who did I do it the worst with? Russ. I refused, bro, and that's what caused all that fucking pain inside of me. I was going crazy about it. I don't want to fucking love him. I don't want to, God. I can't stand him. Don't make me. It wasn't something I was telling God to take off. It was already in there. I was just taking it out on God. I don't want this feeling inside of me. I don't want this feeling inside of me. I don't want this feeling inside. You can fight that for, I don't know, we did it forever. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're going to end up looking real shady out here. Yeah. You really hate the fact that you love this person. And you're trying, at first you're trying to make sense of it. You can't. And then you're just trying to make it go away. I don't want to fucking love you. I don't even fucking know you. I don't even like you. And you're trying to tell yourself all the reasons why you don't want to love them, all the reasons you can't love them, all the reasons you shouldn't love them. Yeah, it can go on for years if you let it. I feel for you. How do you fucking stop it? You admit it. And you allow it to breathe. It's like any one of your demons, bro. But this one's uncontrollable. That love, it's unfucking controllable. And you come out and look real stupid in the DMs, and I'll be on the other side, very compassionate and understanding, because I already been you. Welcome to the Divine Feminine Awakening, where your heart falls in love, and that love makes you grow. Such a very painful process. Really? Really? Let's see where you are in this painful process. Oh, you're at the 9 of Swords, huh? Do you want it the quantum way, or you want it, you know? Let's give it to you both, because we're supposed to be learning fucking quantum tarot and remembering tarot at the same time. Are you remembering any of this? I mean, sort of gone. I kind of was listening. I was listening to the devil worshippers, and she talks too much, God. How am I supposed to remember what she's talking about? I don't know. It doesn't stay in me. I'm not, like, just bursting. That weekend I was. Where the fuck is my book? Which one? I know, right? We don't need the black arts. Can we just put that away? Oh, it's right there where I needed it to be. That makes sense. Oh, I'm messing with shit. Yeah, it just comes in and I gotta blow it out. And then it's on a video and I did my job. It's in the catalog. We move on to more shit. And that's why you can't just stay in one video. They're filled with all kinds of shit, each video. I could take 5 minutes from every video and make, like, unbelievable fucking documentaries. Because it's all mixed together and you don't know the mixings. Alright, we're going to Swords, not Pentacles. 9 of Wands, Swords. King 8. Oh, I hate that shit. You are in a state of worry. I just want to show you, focus, the parallels. They usually always are the same picture, just a little bit different. And actually I see a person holding their face too, like, oh, well, this is where they are, worry and regret, huh? Alright, Quantum Tarot. I went to it, straight to it. Nine of Swords. Matter and antimatter annihilation. These are great words. Alright, each type of matter particle has a corresponding antimatter particle. For example, each variety of quarks has an antiquark. The electrons has a positron. And the neutrons all have antineutrons. When matter and antimatter particles meet, they annihilate each other in flashes of energy. This mutual canceling out finds ultimate expression in the Nine of Wands, the card of doubt, anxiety, and fear. Often the Nine of Swords fears are nebulous and unrealized, the product of self-defeating cycles of neurosis, rather than self-life problems. Okay, let's go over here. The Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety and inner anguish, sometimes called the dark night of the soul. Oh, welcome! You're a day early. I wasn't ready. Such a cunt. Anyways, your thoughts revolve in fruitless circles, and you are tormented by fears of all kinds. That's what's in the energy. They made the wrong choice, and now they're doomed to stick with this person. They lost their divine feminine. What, is God going to send you another one? You're just going to sit there as a loser? To me. Going back to this, all your fears and worries and shit, it's all your mind projecting. Your mind is made to come up with, analyze possibilities of what's going to come. Based on every action is a reaction. Your mind comes up with the possibilities of what the reaction will be, and based on those possibilities, you're like, nah, they're going to act up. Based on all of that. So your mind is saying that this is going to happen, and that is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and that is going to happen. It will happen if you don't stop thinking like that. Sorry, I'm stretching my chakras. Where you put your thoughts, what you put your energy to, which is, you're putting your energy to these thoughts, then these thoughts will actually actualize. And anything that you're running from. So if you see that this is going to happen, so you're doing everything not to make that happen, in essence, you're making it happen. Because you're putting all your energy into that happening, no matter what you're doing. Really? I mean, yeah, it's all scientific and shit. Let's go into your fucking fabrications of your mind. You may be plagued by nightmares and evil premonitions. Well, that could have been me. I only did it to one person. I did that to fucking Wolfman yesterday. And because he asked Lucifer for something, and I told Lucifer to give him something. In the essence, he only has the power given by God and Goddess. You can't. God's not going to give you. You have to ask God Almighty for my hand in marriage. And you don't want marriage. You want my power. God's going to slap your hand. Get away from her. Get away from her. You're not worthy. Get away from her. Go clean yourself. Your thoughts are, let's see. This may stem from a diagnosis with a serious illness, experiencing the death of a loved one, financial difficulties, job loss, and other stresses, real or imaginary. Well, I mean, when I talked to Twin Flame X, he went through all kinds of towers. So there was some job losses, job changes, deaths in the family, all kinds of shit. Welcome to life. The foundation of your life, the towers that you've built, this happy foundation in your head that you've built, comes crumbling down. One fucking building block at a time, which is your stupid belief systems in the way of your life. You lose friends, you lose jobs, you lose this, which means you're forced to build a new foundation. Loser. Could have just blew it all up yourself and played the game, or, had control over it. That's how I always look at it. Your mental state is magnifying these things out of proportion, running various, here we go, pessimistic scenarios in your head. Possible projections of what this is going to look like. Because you don't want to make the wrong decision. So you're not making any decision because you're just sitting there scared about everything could go wrong if you do something. Fuck around and find out. Find out how wrong you can be. Jesus Christ. You're talking to the Lilith here. I'm always going to push you, bro. I'm always going to push you. I'm always going to push you. It's Kobe Bryant, bro. We're always going to push you to your limits, bro. Quit playing around. Get off the fucking fence. Get up and make a move. Who cares if you get hit by the ball? Who cares if your underwear fall down to the ground? Just get up. I'm so afraid of fucking what people will say. What about your ancestors? What about the angels? What about God? What about me and Kobe that are rooting for you? Ugh, you're not rooting for yourself. You're rooted in fear, is what I heard. You can run away. You can run away from an exterior threat, but you can't run away from yourself. Don't let fear immobilize you. That's exactly how it controls you, is through fear. Bobby said, I feel like you're the devil trying to convince me that grass is greener. I am considered one of the devils. I'm the she-devil. I am the, all of that, the temptress. I'm tempting you to go against man in the name of shadows of your mind. Oh, dude, I didn't know we got disconnected. How long were we disconnected for? I was looking at the book. I was saying this, I don't know where we got disconnected. Let me just reiterate what I just said. Bobby said that he thought I was the devil trying to convince him that the grass was greener on the other side. I am one of the devils. By definition of the books, I'm the she-devil. Always tempting you to push your limits and break the rules. So you're not wrong there. I'm teaching you to break the rules of this world so that you can be free in the spirit with God. I never said it going against God. We talked about all that yesterday. I'm not serving Satan or whatever that shit is, and we talked about where it all comes from. You have to face these things, guys. Do your fears relate to something that might happen or something that's already happened that you worry will not change? That goes back to Morgan yesterday. She's afraid. And I got to tell you, something weird happened again last night. God's putting me all in this. I don't know if she's got the wrong chick or what's going on. Last night I go out. It's my last night, my last cigarette. And as I get off the elevator, there's the girl. And she tells me in Spanish, she's like, hold on. She's like, amiga, espérame. She says, wait, girl, I got to tell you something. So she's typing it out. Everybody uses Google fucking Translate. And the Translate says, do you have Temu something? Because I need 1 point. I was like, no. She's like, and she takes my phone. She downloads Temu. She plays this little game. She sends herself a point. She unloads the game and stuff. And while she's doing this, I ask her, do you know the girl that I always be with, the white girl? She said, It's like, you never seen her before? She said, I'm so fucking confused about what's going on here. Morgan says, and I never question it, but Morgan says this girl that I was literally talking to last night, and she's literally breastfeeding her baby while handing my phone, which is, they were all out there. It reminded me of myself, where I'd just pull my titties out and feed the baby. I did that 15 years old, 16 years old, in front of all the homies in the hood, bro. Just like, I gotta take care of my baby. In the middle of fucking playing dominoes, I didn't give a shit what I was doing. Anyways, it's just a funny thing to think about. But she's telling me, I'm looking at her, and I'm reading this situation. And mind you, I'm thinking, if fucking Morgan comes up, she's going to think I'm talking to her enemy and all this shit. And I'm asking her, and she does not know Morgan. And Morgan swears that this girl and all of her family that's in this building are her enemies from something that happened. I don't want to be part of this, but now I've got to get to the bottom of this. Why? Because whatever Morgan's living in is unhealthy, bro. I'm telling you, she has no peace because of this situation, but I don't know how real this situation is. And I hate to be so awkward and obvious, but she got caught up on drug charges. So maybe, her mind doesn't have all of the pieces put together, or they misplaced names and faces. As somebody that has, my mind's real distorted, and especially my memories, and I've got to pull it together and piece it all together, perhaps she has the wrong people, bro. I'm not sure if she's ever just walked up to this girl and had a conversation. If she's just placing all this and it's not real. Maybe this stuff really happened in Commerce City before she got arrested and they took her kid. And then she just recognized these people and said it was those people. I don't know, bro. But something is not clicking here. And I'm not even, I got pulled into it in the essence of just clear up, find the truth. It's not my truth, but when I find the truth, it can bring peace to one person's life. And probably the rest of them, as she's acting crazy every time they go around, bro. She feels very uncomfortable. She's very paranoid. She's very, you know, and that's what she was trying to express to me yesterday. Is like, no, I've got to protect myself. And she's like, they've got my stuff in their cars and all. I don't know the truth. There's got to be some truth, but I don't know how much truth is here. The way I'm, you know what I mean? I asked the girl first off if she knew English. She's like, no. All right, so your baby daddy is Latino. So, okay, that could be real. You know what I mean? That could be real, that he was messing with some fucking Latina girls, you know what I mean, on the side. I know how that works. But in the essence, I'm trying to piece all this together, and it just doesn't look right. It's not making sense. Do your fears relate to something that might happen, meaning she's afraid of something that's going to happen because of something that has already happened, and you worry it will not change? Stop seeing problems that don't actually exist, is what I told her, and make a plan of action to deal with the other ones that do. They may not be as bad as you think, and the mental self-torture is certainly worse than any real physical pain or loss. And that's it. Always being on high alert like that. Always looking over your shoulder, wondering where they're at and what they're doing and if they're coming to get you and shit. You can't live like that, bro. You can't always be looking over your shoulder like that. Where's the peace? No, I gotta be on my 10 toes. No, you don't. That's God's job. Let God be God, bro. You don't think he's protecting you? And that's where it is there's one time something bad happened and you're like, you know, God wasn't there. Hey, dude, God let a lot of fucked up shit happen to me. You can't tell me God wasn't there. He shut my mind off so I didn't have to be there. That's the fucking grace and mercy in the shit. I got jumped hella times. Dude, when I got to California, all the girls hated me. And they would get in groups, the cholas, and they would beat the shit out of me. Never seen it coming. They caught me. One time, though, I caught their asses. I caught their bitch asses, bro. I beat the shit out of that bitch, bro. They had caught me one too many times, bro. One too many times they caught me, bro. I had big-ass bitches, dude, just fucking hunting me with fucking Samoan bitches with fucking guns and shit, dude. These bitches was badass bitches. They fucking hated me. I know what it meant to always have to, I had to fucking become a monster, dude, to protect myself. I was getting fucked up left and right, bro. Left and right, dude. Getting played, getting burned, getting beat, dude. I was not ready for those streets, bro. It didn't mean God didn't love me. I had to learn the hard knocks way, bro. I got knocked the fuck out quite a few times, bro. They got me, bro. Simplistic shit. They just didn't like the way that I was with the homies, bro. Just anything, bro. We're gonna get this bitch. We're gonna eliminate this bitch. I know what that means to be hunted, bro, on some real shit. Real shit. Not down to the DA calling me. Because I'm under investigation for terrorist threats. Because I told a bitch I was gonna kill that bitch. I know what it means to have to knuckle up, bro. But when can we put the knuckles down, bro? Quit being fucking knuckleheads, bro. Like, we were taught that this was the way, and it's not the way. The other day, that girl slapping me like that. Every instinct in my head was to grab her head and shove it in that fucking ashtray. I can see it in minutes, in seconds of how to fucking... It's a Jason Bourne. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm gonna put your fucking head in here. I'm gonna open the door. Now you're hanging halfway over, and I'm gonna fucking put you down on the ground, bro. And I got you, bitch. I got you, bitch. I got you, bitch. I got half of you hanging in my fucking door. You're not the first bitch to run up in my fucking door and start swinging on me. You're not the first bitch. And that's when I got him. It was right then. I was at the gas station, right there in fucking Southeast, and I'm an East Side girl, bro. I'm not supposed to be over there. I'm right there. And this bitch rolls up on me. They recognize the car. And they fucking reached me through the car. But I got out and beat those bitches' ass so fucking bad, I didn't even remember them. I'm sitting there at Christmas. It's Christmas, and I'm in the foyer of fucking my ex's fucking yard or some shit. And she's right there in front of me, and I don't even remember that this is the bitch I lit up. I have no memory. She's sitting right there in front of me. But you're not the first bitch to roll up on me, bitch. I saw it, dude. I had her, dude, I was like, I could have had that bitch hanging halfway through my car and it would have been done, bitch. I'll snap your fucking spine right here. How do you see that? You don't know, bro. You don't know when you're really being hunted. When you really are being hunted by motherfuckers. I was a white girl in fucking Mexico, bro. With blonde hair, thick thighs, big ass titties out there walking through the streets in high heels. You think they wasn't hunting me? I rode the fucking trolleys on high heels, bro. I rode life on high heels. Not no 6, but maybe some 4s. That's all you caught was a bad bitch. All the times of the day and night, I had to protect myself. And that's where that fucking masculine came out, bro. Don't fuck with me, bro. Don't fuck with me. The last time I saw it was on Tree. It came out. I was about to beat the shit out of that dude. And if I would have, it would have been on. You would have never seen a woman come out of me. You would have seen me beat the hell out of that man. I made a promise not, like, I beat the shit out of this girl. I don't know. I was in my 20s. I beat the shit out of her in the bathroom, and I made an oath to God that I wouldn't put hands on nobody no more. Because I literally almost beat the life out of her. I blacked out and just had her. I had her in the bathroom by her hair, and I just kept uppercutting the shit out of that bitch. I mean, I literally did fucking face damage to that bitch, bro. And I was like, I'm not going to do that no more. A couple of years later, I get into an argument with my cousin. I said some foul-ass shit to that bitch. She starts swinging on me, and I just took it like a fucking doll, bro. I remember that promise. It was like Thor, dude. You just sit there with your eyes closed, and you just let him take it, dude. Just let him hit you. I didn't fight my husband back either. I tried once. I pulled out a knife, but then he almost cut me with it. So then I was just like, nah, I'm not doing all this. It's in me, dude. It's in me to rip your fucking flesh off of you. I have all of it in me, but I'm not going to. That's years of mastering it. And where did it come from? Years of abuse. You ever had a man on top of you and you can't get him off? Sometimes I wasn't strong enough. My first baby daddy took me out, bro. I don't even remember what happened, bro. He took me out. Why? He spent the night with this guy that told him how we slept together. And rather than beating that guy up, he partied with that guy and he came home and he took all that out on me. It was the first time I ever cheated. Tried to pay him back for all the cheating he did. I was out for hours. I don't even know how long. I don't even know how long. I woke up, and after that I never put my hair in braids again. He drove me all over that house. He had me by my braids, bro. He laid me out. I packed up and I left. And I left fluffy. I never went back. I worked really hard to make sure that nobody put hands on me again, only to turn around and marry someone that did it every day. I never trusted men. I never had a reason to. I know what it means to be afraid of the past and always on your fucking, always be protective of you and yours because something you're afraid of, what has happened. But you gotta let that shit go, bro. You gotta let God be God. It's not that God didn't love me. I went through shit that all kinds of people have been through before. There's many women that have that story. There's many dudes that done got fucked up by some dude, got laid out, bro. I know what it means to be laid out, like knocked the fuck out, like you don't, like what day is it, and hopefully I wake up in the morning type knocked out. Like, Craig, you got knocked the fuck out. I got knocked the fuck out that time. That was yesterday. We pulled the Wounded Warrior card. It was another 9-2, wasn't it? Oh. I know what it means to fight like that, but what are you fighting? You're always afraid of the past coming back to get you. If you took her out of, and that's what she said it the other day, if you could take the girl out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the girl. No, but we don't need to be hood unless we're in the hood. You don't need to put your hood stripes on. Take the hoodie down, bro. You could wear a dress. You could wear a bathing suit out here. It's safe. You don't have to put all that armor on. There may not be as bad as you think, and the mental self-torture is certainly worse than any physical pain or loss. If thoughts or intentions set out into the universe, you may be attracting the very thing you fear. When such thoughts surface, you tell yourself to stop and send out a positive intention instead. You have to stop your thoughts, and you literally have to say, all right, stop, enough. It hears you. Your mind is separate from you, bro. It hears everything. It's connected to the ears and the eyes. You tell it. Nobody's telling it to stop. All right, stop. That's not going to happen. God's got me. You have to reprogramming it with new words, and that's where these affirmations come in. Yeah, it's okay to hear it from someone else. You need to hear it from yourself, like she said. I just want to be heard. Hear yourself speak. My video documentary is hearing myself and learning from myself. As I say something, I pause. I'm like, did you hear that? That came from me. That was real. That was inside of me. I didn't know I felt that way. I don't remember that. I haven't relived this memory for a minute. Welcome to the dark night of the soul, where all these terrible memories come back up. And again, I can alchemize them real quick. Some of them, not so much. You have to stop your brain. At some point, you have to say, okay, that's not real. It's not going to happen. And if it happens, it'll be okay. God's got me. You have to bring God into this. You have to. Why? Because it's a true power. When you say, God's got me, you don't know what God can do. And when you tell the universe that God's going to take care of it, the universe again hears you. When your brain aligns with that, now you're sending intention for God to come get you. Okay? It's not like he's not going to get you, but in that knowing comes the peace. And that knowing is a promise, bro. He's got you. What you're freaking out about is you don't got you. And you don't know what you're going to do about your situation. And I actually heard Lumen Moon's tarot. She's like, they're cursing God. They're screaming at God. They're cursing at God for what's going on in their life. I've been there. I'm there all the time. And then what he says is, you did this. Look at what you've done. Look at what I've given you and what you've done with it. That's where that conversation goes. If we keep going, it'll go further, most definitely. And he'd rather you scream at him than at someone else. It's okay to scream at God. It's okay to cry with him. It's okay to be ugly at church. It's okay to be ugly at church. But God is fine with your ugly to help you explore it and see it and own it. He doesn't think you're ugly. He doesn't like how you treat people, but he understands why you treat people that way, and he forgives you. Because you don't know what you're really doing to these people when you're being ugly like this. You're being ugly because something ugly happened in your life that he did to you, and he forgives. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. If I lose my temper, and if I would have went ham on her or anyone, if I just lose it, bro, I can't do this, God, and I literally give into it, and I like put hands on someone, or I steal something, or I lie, or I don't know, get drunk or something. He's not gonna condemn me. I'm gonna condemn myself. After I do it, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna feel like shit. I'm gonna persecute myself. I'm gonna tell myself what a shitty person I am for doing this. And who else? The people outside me, if they catch me. Because I'm supposed to be better than this. I said I was better than this. So if I don't live up to the expectations that I said I was, and I fall short, now I'm a failure to myself and to my peers. But I'm not a failure to God. I'm human. He's going to be right there and say, it's okay, I forgive you. Come on, brush yourself off. Let's get back at work. And that's sobriety. We got disconnected. I said I wasn't going to do it the day before, and then I did it again the next day. I said, I'm sorry, God. He said, it's okay. Try harder next time. We're trying. But you got to actually, that's how that works. And so getting out of your worries is just a state of mind. I'm teaching you how to overcome your mind with God. Spiritual. I'm your spiritual teacher and healer. We're going to heal your mind with filling it with God shit. Why God shit? Because God shit is real. And it really works. I'm not going to fill it with bullshit. Affirmations and tell you how fucking great you are and all this shit. I'm going to tell you how great God is and how great He can make your life. I'm not going to give you lies. And then your brain will start to analyze it based on the truth. The more you see God, the more you'll see that it's true. Your brain will align with this because it knows it to be true. When you start saying things to your brain like, God loves me, God's protecting me, God's providing for me, and God has a purpose for me. Those are the 4 fundamental food groups, people. You tell your mind that all day. Because it's really the truth. On all things, God is protecting you, bro. He's providing for you. He fucking loves you, and He has a purpose for you. When you tell your mind that, it can't argue. It might if it doesn't know God, but then that's where your mind will start to argue, and you give it the right tools to agree, which is what? Go read some Bible. Go read, and you don't even have to read the Bible. That's too deep, to be honest. Just type famous Bible scriptures, and you'll start to confirm what you confirm with your mind what you just told it. All right, so it gives it some peace, and every time it flares up, and mine does too, what am I going to do? God's got me. God did this, He's going to get me through this. God did this, He's going to get me through this. I've taught my mind that that's true because it's been through too much. My mind has seen too much to argue this anymore. It needs reminder. It starts to get in the way in the sense of what am I going to, when my radiator fucking blew, what am I going to do? God's got this. Give it a minute. God will come up with a plan. And that's it. At first, it's starting to analyze. He's like, well, the brain's still working. He said, well, the brain knows that it's never seen this before. I've never seen this before. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. But, the guy comes up out of nowhere and tells the brain, no, it's a hose. So the brain's all, is it a hose? It could be a hose. It's not what we've seen before. So it's trying to come up with a plan. The brain's trying to get me out of this. And I'm like, God will get me out of this. And then we're taking our time, and then another guy comes up. And then the guy from the drive-thru tells me. And right? So everybody's telling the brain to calm down. So it's not going to act crazy and like, oh my God, what are we going to do? My car is broken and I don't have no money and I don't... No, everybody's coming and telling the brain to calm down. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Now, if those people weren't there to tell me, it's my job to tell my brain, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Right? So then, after I get all of this, I call someone that knows about cars, Morgan. Morgan's like, it's going to be okay. And that's all you ever need is it's going to be okay. You don't think things will be okay, but ultimately you know they will. But in that brain wave that you're in, it's not okay. And that's where they always say, it's okay if you're not okay, but we will be okay. And that's where you have to, talk yourself through this. When you're visiting a hard memory like that, it's not okay what happened to you. But you have to remind yourself, it's okay, because look at where we are now. It all worked out. It will work out. It was the best thing to happen. You know what I mean? It had to happen. It had to happen. And that's where you're like, why did this happen? No, it had to happen. Don't ask the dumb questions. Why did this happen? Why? I mean, that's where I'm like, God, what'd you do to my radiator? And then she opens it up and she said it wasn't connected properly, so it could have hit something. Okay. And then you look at the, the plus signs. Well, this didn't happen to me on a freeway. It didn't happen to me. It happened to me when I'm 2 miles away. And everything after my son had his birthday. It didn't happen before. I was still able, you look at all the positives and stop worrying about the negatives. And you're like, okay, so here I am now. I just don't want to answer. They're just calling to tell me they're bringing the kids. I know they are. Bringing my daughter. So here I am now, and I still don't know what I'm supposed to do. They told me, I did find an answer. That's it. It's like, go ask them. Well, they haven't approved the part, so now I have to, my brain's coming up with ideas of how we can still manage. Well, you could do this, and you could do this, and you can do this. Yeah, I don't want to do any of that. Let's wait till God comes up with a better plan. And that's it. You can go with the plan of your mind, or you can go with God, and if God doesn't come up, then you can go back to your plan. But ultimately, God has a better plan. He knows everything I got to do right now, and He knows I don't want to walk around in 90-degree weather doing that. He's got a better plan than what I'm planning. And that's where it is. It's like you rebuild your brain's waves on God, because God doesn't fail, bro. If you're saying the universe, fine, but God rules the universe. So what power? You're not giving God His glory. It's very diminishing when you say the universe will provide, the divine will provide. You mean God? He's part of all things. He finds ways. You know what I mean? He fucking finds ways to provide for us, dude. We find money on the ground. Speaking of which, today I did an interesting ritual when I was burning my sage. It was a $50 bill. It has to be 3/4 of a dollar for you to get your money back, but it was a $50 bill. I'd seen it since yesterday. I was guided to set it on fire. So we're going to burn this. We're going to give this to God, and He's going to give us more. Our ETA is 1:15. See? There we go. Told you I didn't want to answer it. This person likes to talk. I mean, I'm a talker too, but stop talking. All right. All those experiences that are the most difficult and testing are the ones that make you grow most. Loss of possessions may result in a freedom from burdens, and things are only things after all. Illness, even debilitating or terminal illness, can lead to self-discovery, new perspectives, closeness with the divine, and acceptance. It all depends on your approach and mental attitude. It's a choice. Put God in all things and you'll have more understanding. Why is this happening? God wants this to happen. Why did God want this to happen to me? What is God trying to show me? What am I missing? Why did God do this? And you see the simple things that He just wanted to stop you in your tracks. I look at it this way. He took my car out for, the 4th of July weekend. He's protecting me from things I cannot see. He doesn't want me ripping and running through the streets right now. He wants me home. It's very obvious. It's very obvious. He did the same thing to fucking Sophie when I told her to stop stalking that dude. Next thing you know, she blew a tire, but she had to replace all 4, and they couldn't get him in for a week. So she couldn't move around. He takes away your wheels because He wants you to stay still. He does things for a reason. It's not like my car can't get fixed. It is a little bit inconveniencing, but it hasn't been really. I mean, I eat the 3 meals that they provide here. The laundry is going to be a thing, and that's where I'm like, God, what am I going to do with this laundry? Yeah, I can just order a lift. I felt that, but it didn't feel right. But, I mean, that's there. Somebody in the, you know what I mean? I just talked to, that girl. I see her at the laundromat. Now we talked, and maybe I can just ask her if we could catch, when you go to do laundry, can I ride with you? Simple shit like that. God's got a better plan than what I'm planning. It doesn't mean my plan won't work. It just means His will be smoother. All right? Reverse meaning. You're overwhelmed by fears and inner demons. You've lost a sense of proportion, but the reality of your situation is not as bad as you think. And that was with my daughter. She was texting me. I was like, are you on your way back? I'm really stressing it. She's a pain in my ass, bro. She has very particular eating habits, and I can only get it from fucking one store, which is a mile away, which isn't that far. My son's like, it's only 2.6 miles. I'm not going that far. I'm not a miler. He was trying to get me to go get Wendy's or some shit. I'm like, bro, I'm not walking 2 miles for fucking Wendy's, bro. You're stupid. That's 5 mile walk for fucking Wendy's. You're fucking stupid. I'm not fucking trying for a triathlon in this fucking weather. And the access these kids, bro. So I'm like, she's gonna be here and I don't have shit for her and I need to go and get all this shit. And I was telling her and she's like, don't worry about it. I was like, yeah, that's what you say until you get here, and I gotta go fucking take a fucking Fortnite fucking Jesus walk in the fucking Sierra sun of fucking Egypt. You're gonna see me wrapped up like a Muslim out there, all fucking wrapped up. The sun is killing me. Anyways, it's not like that, dude. But I'd be like stressing it. I was stressing it all morning. I'm like, fuck. I gotta do laundry, and I gotta go shopping with no car. What the fuck am I gonna do? Carry it in a basket? I'm just being dramatic. I just don't want to do it. And that's it. It's like God said, he four swords me, dude. The four swords can't really go nowhere. And that excludes our fucking 4th of July. I'm hoping all these people are just going to light the fucking parking up on fire. I heard them doing it last night. They were setting those big-ass ones off last night. The big ones, the boom. I was like, that is literally outside my window right now. It all depends on your approach and mental attitude. Oh, yeah, we're down here. Most of your problems are self-inflicted. You have an opportunity to begin to climb out of the pit of despair, and help is there for you if you ask. You need a fresh perspective, and this may involve talking to and listening to an honest friend, therapist, or doctor. That would be me. Do you want me to talk you through your bullshit? You just need to talk yourself through it, or, let someone else talk you through it. I spent 47 minutes on this. Jesus. All right, where are we at? What is this? We did this again. Look. Is it the Page or something? Page of Pentacles. It's the bear. That's cool. I like that. Alright, let's see. I guess we're supposed to be reading it out of this one. Page of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. 8, 9, 10. Page. I don't know if this is boots or boats. Bootes, and herdsman. The constellation Berts and Arcturus, one of the sky's brightest stars. In Greek mythology, Botes is the best known for the Arcturus, which means guardian of the bear. In one version of the legend, Botes earns his place in the stars by inventing the globe. I don't know. This earthly practicality is perfectly symbolized by the Page of Pentacles, who embodies the qualities of a careful and diligent student. The page may be inexperienced, but is dedicated and tenacious. He represents turning of a new project, preparing to support growth over a long period of time. Well, that wasn't very helpful in that book. All we learned was the star that goes with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so when you see the star, you're in the Page of Pentacles. I don't know. Do you guys stare at the stars? Let's move on to their Pentacles. Cups. Pentacles 3 or something. Queen, Knight, Princess. Oh, Sahim. Saradwin. No, Khalik. Oh, shit. Every time I see that challenge, I'm not ready. You're never ready for Kobe. Fuck off. All princesses signify new beginnings. Hold on, I saw something. Okay. All princesses signify new beginnings. The Princess of Pentacles is no exception. Her appearance is helpful and benign, advising you to take the lessons of the past or the teachings of the ancestors in order to plan your future. Study is indicated in this card, and it can also mean college courses or evening classes, but it can signify a study of mysticism, particularly those branches associated with earth magic, paganism, druidry, heathenism, Wiccan, and witchcraft. I still haven't learned Druidry, and I don't know what heathenism is. We were studying Satanism yesterday. When you say that, it's like, geez, right? We go through so much so fast in a week. It's unbelievable how much information I pour out. I am being trained to do this, dude, in an actual setting, to run a whole Hogwarts station with, you know what I mean, organized classes in all of these areas. I just teach it all. Just saying it made me hungry. Because it's like, I'm right in the middle. We're in the middle of quantum fucking realms. I'm teaching you Satanism. We're also learning about fucking... Oh, God. We're learning about the fucking Jewish mysticism. We're learning about the beliefs of the Israelites and all kinds of shit. And then we also dived into Mary Magdalene and her ascension. How can you be everywhere? Everywhere is it within me, bro. I'm right here. I don't pick up none of this shit until I sit in front of this camera, bro. I don't pick up none of this shit. I just live a life, but all of this, the universal knowledge and wisdom and understanding is in me, and this is what I'm here to do. Is just keep pouring it out. And it's heavy loads of it, bro. It's not in my mind. I didn't put any of this in my mind. You know what I mean? Some of it, yeah, some of it's familiar that we learned growing up a little bit here and there. But all this information, all this knowing, all the visions, all the fucking, you know, the conversations with the fucking deities, all of that shit happens inside of my body, bro. Inside of my heart in particular. And it's an energy force that runs through, and it fills up my mind so that I can see these things. It's like smoke, right? It's like there's nothing in there, and then it all fills up with it, and I gotta, you know, give it all to you through my mouth. But it's all working through my entire chakra system as I'm sitting here in a full meditational pose. And it's like, Jesus, where does it come from? Inside of me, and it burns my body trying to come out. It weakens me, bro. I'll do these readings, and all I can do is smoke, maybe get a fucking meal in, and I crash, bro. I'm like so burnt out from just channeling. It's not in my mind. I try to tell you that, but then when I got locked in my mind with Metatron, that was even scarier. Am I ever going to get out of here? I have lots to teach you guys, because the universe has lots to be told through me. There's lots to learn. You can't go forward without fully understanding how, and the blueprint of how to go forward in our future was always in the past, the Holy Scriptures. The Holy Scriptures prepared us of how to ascend and go forward in this time. Yes, we're at the end of time. The big fucking great battle, the Revelations period. It's just a period. Time goes on. We have to make it through this time into the next time. And that's what all of this is resurrecting the ancient ways, so that you knew what they saw this time before it came to prepare us for it. They weren't teachings of their time, but they had to use the understanding of their time to teach it. It was far before their time. You know what I mean? Fucking Albert Einstein and the philosophers and all of this, going back to ancient Egypt. The stuff we knew before you knew anything. You need that knowing again. When you need to know beyond your phone. The technology is going to fail just like the Atlanteans. You're going to have to use that inner guidance system. I have to cut this short. I really do. Let's move on. They're trying to contact me for whatever reason. Let's see. The reverse brings disappointing news, delays, blockages. This could be related to money, job, college applications, problem with house purchase, unsatisfactory inheritance. She also brings a warning that you're neglecting your health. You may be feeling run down. You're pushing your body too hard. The reverse Princess of Pentacles is a shitty-ass person that's lazy. They may have plenty of big ideas, but they never actually get them going. They don't seem to understand why they should work for a living. And they want to live off of other people. There's also these assholes that it could be a child, but it could be your partner. Don't expect them to put much effort into the relationship. I'm just seeing Russ and all his bloodsuckers. I have to cut this short. Again, you're stuck in your worries. It said right away, you're going into the dark night of the soul, right? So it starts through your mind. And what it is it's because your outside world is getting rocked. You have to let this rock fall. You have to break this rock and this boulder that's standing outside of you. Ultimately, bro, you got to know the truth. The truth is you got to let this shit go. It's fucking Friday every fucking Friday. You got to let go of that's no longer serving you. It's being ripped out of your life so that you can be free. And you're trying to find ways to hold on to it, and you're stressing this process. It's a process. Tell yourself that God's got you, and this is part of the process. When the shit starts crumbling, you just stand back. You just stand back. Okay? Hey, I love you guys. At 55:55, I gotta go. Later, say